What's good, everybody? It's your boy WxG Dory coming at you again from the highways and byways of America. And I am finally ready to address the all-out fallout. But before we get to that, if you can hit the like, share, subscribe, and talk to me in the comments, I would appreciate it. Talk to me, I talk back. But now that we got, the YouTube business out the way, it's been a month since the incident involving CM Punk and the Elite. And all I can say at this point is that the problem what happened here was egos. And I'm not going to say it's 50-50 on it. I would probably say it's like 40-60. But I'm going to go ahead and knock it out the way. I'm AEW all the way through. We all fucking know this. Most of my content is AEW related. I talk about some shit for the WWE. Unfortunately, in the past, a lot of it on the more negative things, but I have to admit, what's going on with the AEW backroom is so problematic. I can see why a Cody Rhodes might have left, especially with everything that's come out in recent, since, before, and after the entire situation with Punk and the Elite. The fact that it would seem like Omega and the Bucks might have been on the Silent Whisper campaign, chunking dirt on Punk's name. Page going into business for himself, alluding to the fact that CM Punk might have been CM Punk is the reason why Colt Cabana got moved to Ring of Honor. In which case, I am of the firm belief that what most likely probably happened was that Tony Khan knows these two don't get along. Tony Khan is a stand for pro wrestling. He's a massive fan of CM Punk, and he knows that Punk and Cabana ain't cool. Why would he want that energy in his back locker room? It makes sense to put Cabana on Ring of Honor when Colt Cabana, and I enjoy him, I really like him, hasn't done anything of note, and since Mr. Brody Lee, R.I.P. King. So that's how I feel about it. I could be wrong, but that's most definitely how I feel about it. But more than anything the fuck else, I gotta start out with Punk. Punk, I love you, brother. I miss you on AEW TV. I hope that you pull an MJF, you just go completely silent. You can be seen, obviously, you already had a picture, but you can be seen, but you make no statements of that, and you just come out of fucking nowhere to return at a major event. Most likely to confront Max. I would like that. I would hope that we aren't just seeing the end of Punk, and Punk can come back. And if he's gonna go out with a proper swan song. That's what I hope for. And or maybe he'll stick around longer. But here's the thing. What Punk did what Punk is known for. But Punk also don't take shit. He has already been on it about the bullshit. He's been in places with guys politicking like that. And AEW should not be a place of politicking. It should be a place for professional wrestling greatness. But what happened was he felt away. He went on to go into business for himself against Page. He went on to basically say, look, I don't fucking need this shit. I can go. But he did business, and he was ready to do more business and do things right. But it would seem that this whole press conference scenario was pre-planned, premeditated. He already had it in mind. Some people saying that he already said this press conference was post scrum was gonna be wild. I don't like that. Punk has been in a promotion that, as he said, took away his love of pro wrestling. It is by worse individuals than, I would say, the Elite, where politicking was prevalent, where he could not be put there. Tony Khan, by all accounts, is a pretty okay guy. He's a decent boss. There are things that Tony Khan does that I do not agree with. There are views that he has that I don't. I don't agree with how he's been giving time to his women's division. I do not agree with the Big Swole situation. But if he was ever going to try and prove us wrong, he's been doing it a lot lately. But when I talk about Tony Khan, I believe, for CM Punk is the boss that he should want. The one that wants to put him on the cover of the games. The one that wants to put him on the billboards. Wants to put him first and foremost. And guess what? Omega's been out for a long time. And once Punk came in, he was already one of the big names. But as soon as Omega's out the way, Mox was kind of doing his deal. Punk on the rise with his feud with MJF was right there, positioning himself to be the face of the company. Led to the company getting multi-million-dollar gates. I believe there was multiple gates where he ended up generating over $1 million, and it's good. So Punk has been great for this company. Punk has put more eyes on the product. Even if it's a few more, it's still more, considering who holds the bulk share of the wrestling market in North America. So with that being said, the fact that he did what he did was mad unprofessional. He could have roasted these guys any other way, shape, or form. He could have talked the shit, but you know what? You was wrong for that, Punk. Ooh. You were mad wrong for doing that. I cannot say that it was cool. You was in the wrong for that. Especially putting out the challenge for somebody to come and see you if they got beef. Fighting words. Punk, that was your ego and pride right there when it didn't need to be. You are in a much better environment. And the only thing I can say that's both good and bad is the fact that this situation divvied the locker room, which shows that not everybody really thinks that Punk is a toxic individual. There are plenty of people that speak well on Punk being there. If Punk's coming for the money, let him make the money. But he also still has the fans behind him, and he still loves the fans. But we still have to point out, maybe not enough not to leave. Maybe not enough not to jeopardize what you got going on. Maybe not enough to help better the environment. But let's be honest. How much are we? Punk is a small part for why we have the AEW product. So I'm thankful for that. But Punk, that was wrong, and you made a shit show on what should have been the biggest night of professional wrestling. Considering how hard the situation already was. Considering that WWE put two pay-per-view caliber shows on the same weekend when All Out is the biggest AEW card. You cannot do that, Punk. You cannot do that. You should be so far above it. Honestly, you can talk to Tony. He will listen. I don't know why you would jeopardize what you have going on. Just like how you said Hangman Page almost jeopardized the AEW's first $1 million gate. You could have jeopardized the reputation and fate that the people have in this product. And that's for your part, Punk. I like you, but I have to be completely honest about where you fucked up at, and that was your fuck up. Now then, the Punk portion of my rant is done. Now we got to get to the Elite. I love the Elite. I love the Bucks. Probably one of the greatest tag teams of all time, best tag team of the 2010s, with a small competitor being FTR, who also was bringing prominence back to tag team wrestling, but in the WWE, which is a very big feat. Well, NXT, but still WWE. Alongside that, Kenny fucking Omega. Kenny, you are a good reason as to why I fell in love with so much pro wrestling outside of the WWE product. When I learned about you. When I heard a 7-star match, just got Kenny Omega, Yuji Okada, Bullet Club, New Japan, I checked it out, and I've been a fan ever since. Kenny, being the Elite became my shit, and I followed that religiously. Because of what you and the Bucks and the Bullet Club did. But Kenny, your ego, your pigheadedness knows no bounds. I mean, I've heard so much of what you've said, what you've done, and what you said about people. How you wrestle somebody the wrong way? Kenny Omega, you are so fucking good. You are a freak athlete. Phenomenal talent. One of the best, arguably, to ever fucking do it. But your actions, beyond problematic. The fact that you and the Bucks felt that y'all might be losing control and y'all decided y'all was gonna do everything, just everything, Y'all are arguably the reason why Cody left the company. Because of how y'all been prima donnas. Y'all are arguably... Nope, can't go there. Y'all are arguably the reason why Punk had to do what he had to do, because y'all are running y'all mouth. What we all know as wrestling fans is that you don't talk shit about Punk. You're not going to run his mouth and not get a receipt for it. He gives it. And for you guys, with the influence that y'all have done, y'all have forever changed the pro wrestling landscape, letting it be known that somebody can compete in North America with the WWE on a major level. It hurts. It really does, because there should be it should be no reason we have this scenario. Kenny Omega, the fact that we were having a talent meeting when things are already looking very fucking rocky, you had to make the point that if it was my company, 80% of the roster wouldn't be there. Kenny, that is a foul statement, point blank, period. You can't say that and think that everything's gonna be all kosher, because it's not. One man does not make a show. I don't care what nobody says. One man, one match does not make a show. How many WWE shows just in the past 5 years had an amazing main event, but a shitty card? Never called a classic for those reasons. You cannot do that. And trust me, this roster is far better than you're giving them credit for. Kenny, I know you can be a great influence. I've seen videos of you coaching, how much of a positive, great energy you give off as an instructor, as a leader. But your ego and pride allowed you to go this far. It makes no fucking sense. You didn't have to do it. I don't care if I never, ever get the match of Kenny Omega versus CM Punk. I honestly didn't need it. I would like it, sure, but I didn't need it. But you guys, for whatever fucking reason, thought that you heard these words, you heard Punk talk a little shit, and instead of addressing it after everything's calmed down when everybody's left, no. You want to take him up on his challenge, even though you guys are executive vice presidents of this damn company, founders of this company. And you decide that I'm going to go ahead, meet him at his door, knock on that bitch, and address this. And y'all brought Mega into this, knowing that something could have popped the fuck off. Y'all are not the boys. Y'all are not the boys. When y'all became EVPs, you stopped being the boys. You can still wrestle, but you are not the boys. And now, Omega's gone again. He was already gone because of injury. Came back, he's out again. Who knows how long? The Bucks are gone. Which, I'm glad we are seeing thriving tag teams in this division. I'm glad seeing guys stepping up, even though there's plenty of other guys that still needs it. I cannot see you guys keeping the same amount of influence after the fact. After this, I wouldn't want y'all being EVPs. If y'all want to wrestle, cool. If you're going to run some shit behind the scene, maybe. And that's a maybe. Because all in all, y'all are coming off as toxic. And I hear the rumors, y'all about feelers being put out for them to possibly want to go to the WWE elsewhere. Kenny, if you want to leave, you leave. Young Bucks, y'all want to leave. It hurt when Cody left. It hurt a lot. It'll hurt if you guys leave. But I am all for the All Elite product thriving, having a positive backstage morale, having the boys and girls wanting to come in, put in the work to make this company better, because you cannot have one company and think everybody can get in. It's impossible. So no, I am not gonna go easy on you guys just because I love you guys. I love what y'all do in the ring. I like the stories y'all tell. I like y'all's energy. But if it's between y'all and AEW, I'm going AEW all the way. And it's not y'all over Punk. I can give two fucks. Punk can go again. Luckily, we got Punk. But it's still sad. This has been a gray cloud over AEW. when it's already been getting rough? Why? Why would y'all do that on this particular night? Why couldn't, and that's my thing. Y'all didn't have to do it tonight. Y'all could have done it later. Y'all could have done it after everybody left. Y'all could have done it following day. Y'all could have gone straight to Tony. Everybody have a sit down. Y'all don't even have to interact with one another. We don't have to get the Elite versus CM Punk and FTR. Didn't have to happen. All I know is that following this whole fucking thing, I am just happy to know that there are guys in the back room stepping up, being the leaders to guide the AEW ship. Thank God for Jon Moxley, who, without a question, outside of Cody Rhodes, because Cody Rhodes is Cody fucking Rhodes, is ideally the heart and soul and face of AEW. And I hope that he's going to be here for a long while, till we can get everybody else up to par to be able to run this damn shit properly. Thank God for Chris Jericho. He can bring positive energy. He can guide this ship. He's been in shitty predicaments. And I'll be happy to say, I have not really heard much of Chris Jericho having the biggest fucking ego in the world. Thank God for Bryan Danielson. He's been a voice that the people can listen to and learn from. And considering that we still have Ring of fucking Honor that has to come into the fold, I cannot understand why, instead of you guys basically making sure and guiding this ship like y'all should, you decide to get petty. You decide to go low. As if y'all are not in positions of prominence. It's bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit. At this moment, we don't know what's happening with anybody. Punk is hurt, so Punk is going to be out possibly for 8 months. On top of that, we don't know if he's going to get a suspension or if he's going to get bought out for his contract. We've heard whispers of what could happen, but I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that the people will forever be behind Punk. I'm sorry, at least half of the people at least will be behind Punk. At least half of that locker room is behind Punk. Now then, where the Elite lies, I don't know. I just do not know. But hopefully, we can get back on course to get back to growing this fucking company. Because that thing was fun in the moment. It's like, oh my God, look at this shit. But considering that the Brand New Trios champions didn't even have the gall to do their job, go out and do their interview, and they could have done the same thing to Punk. Y'all could have been shooters that night before you just say fuck it and go for a fight. I feel for Tony Khan because it is a tough situation to be in. He does not deserve to be in it. Y'all have an opportunity to do so much more under his leadership. The amount of freedom that you get in AEW compared to a WWE, I feel is better. If WWE is still going to be doing the damn near year-round rotation of y'all having to work it towards schedule, what was it? Not even 2 months. Most wrestlers would get off in the WWE. AEW, y'all can work indies. Are you fucking kidding me? Y'all have had the chance to make this the place that y'all can want. And I don't think it's that bad. I will say this, as bad as it got, I never thought it was that bad. And if you find yourself being a WWE fan thinking, oh, but this has never happened in WWE, really? Y'all really want to? I've heard the bullshit. Okay, tell me how many guys for years on end were unhappy behind the scenes in WWE? How many guys? Bryan Danielson at one point was hoping that he would get fired and was doing what he could to get fired. Are you kidding? I had to pop my ears because of that bullshit. Don't act Just because y'all got Paul Levesque, Triple H running the show now, like WWE's been the best place. NXT was great. I can't talk shit on NXT. Black and gold. But what y'all will not do is try and convince me that Vince McMahon's WWE was Gucci and gold. It was not. It wasn't. Y'all had half a year, y'all had a few months of positive backstage action because a new force is running the show. And AEW's having its worst backstage history right now. And y'all think y'all can equate that? The Click, Triple H's ego, Shawn Michaels and Brett, are we really doing this? I'm done on that matter. I spent 20 good minutes talking about that. Now it's time for me to talk about some other shit. Now that with that being said, I gotta get on the AEW fans. Oh, y'all thought y'all was free from the smoke? Fuck no. There is no goddamn reason. If you are an AEW fan and a person thinks that this ain't gonna do it for me, I need time off and I might need to leave altogether, y'all have the fucking right to talk down to this man and send him death threats. I'm talking about Malachi Black, Mr. Tommy End. The fact that this man had to go on to Instagram, address the fans because of his own personal fucking business that we don't have no privilege to know, but because he might be gone, he's getting people talking down on him, throwing dirt on his name, fucking death threats? Death threat? Oh my God. I bleed white, black, and gold. But that is unfucking acceptable. If you are a fan of AEW, you should know that this should be a place that's an opportunity for somebody to do what they want to do. Professional wrestling. Professional wrestle. Be a bit more creative in what they're doing. Now that Tony Khan has the final say on how everything goes, and Tony Khan hasn't been having his best booking year. I will fucking say that. Not everybody has something great going on. I'll talk about that in a different video. But the simple fact that this man believes that his wife ain't even in the company. She's up in WWE. Maybe he wants to be with his wife more often. And yes, he had a very positive experience. If he's not having a positive experience in here, maybe he should go. Maybe he should just be allowed to say, hey, this has been cool, but I gotta dip. I gotta go back to where I felt comfortable. Then let that man do it. Y'all have no fucking right to do what y'all did to Tommy End, where he had to come and address all this shit. And I'm happy to know that, hey, he's still gonna be with AEW for a while. But I'm not happy because he could have came in with whole new energy, feeling himself refreshed when his mind is taken care of, and we wouldn't even know. It would have been an amazing surprise. He just pops back out, lights on, comes in, black mass kick, and I'm gonna still call it a black mass kick, I don't care. And that's it. Oh, he's not gone. He's still at the company. The House of Black is back. But you know the fuck what? We don't deserve nice things if this is what we do. Tribalism is one thing, and I've been on the tribalism side quite a few times. People cannot drive, I swear. Somebody just tried to veer on the road to get me. But as I'm saying, I've been on a very vicious side of the tribalism. There's no fucking reason for you to turn on. If somebody wants to go, let them go. I'm with Tony Khan. He says if somebody wants to leave, let them leave. Although it's kind of different now, when a lot of motherfuckers want to leave. On top of the fact of WWE possibly still trying to poach talent, the Bobby Fish situation. He was like, hey guys, y'all try and get out your contracts so we can go back to WWE. Colin and Adam's like, no, we're good here. Adam's girl is here. Kyle probably gets a lot more freedom to do outside activities. Maybe he wants to do more indie shit. Maybe he wasn't really big a fan of the actual WWE system. Who the fuck knows? There's the thing. There are people that like and don't like certain things. Some people might not be a fan of how AEW runs things. They feel it might not be organized. They feel they might not get out enough opportunity to do them. Or you can be somewhat like Shinsuke, who feels like the WWE system is great for them. They don't have to work too hard. His body's been on vacation for quite a minute. He said this. He did strong style. It is a very demanding style of wrestling. On top of being in New Japan, during the G1s, the most grueling tournament in professional wrestling. So, if somebody feels like AEW is not for them, they should have the right to go, if possible. Again, current situation, circumstances change a bit. But here's the thing. Don't think WWE can just take every fucking body. They've done it before. Nick Khan is not afraid to cut somebody. Let's keep it G. That's one. Two, you can't guarantee you're gonna get your time. And if it really is such a big deal, there are still other promotions with okay names that y'all can go to. You still have Impact Wrestling, which is not a bad place to be. There's still NWA possibly. You still do foreigns. Hey, you still got your local. I'm just saying, we as AEW fans should embrace the people that are here. And if somebody wants to go, we should give them a fond farewell. And to those toxic individuals that did this bullshit, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. I am a big proponent of taking care of one's mental health, and there was no fucking reason for that. It's disgusting. And I will not shame the name AEW, but I will shame the toxic individuals that claim to be fans. That's it. I need some positives because I'm angry, frustrated, my blood pressure is getting high because of stupid shit. So what can I talk about that can bring a little joy into the mix? Well, first of all, it would appear, we're going to talk about AEW a little bit. It would appear that maybe we're getting much closer to a Ring of Honor TV show than I thought. Because now we're having solid storylines being put, focusing on the Ring of Honor product as a whole. If you don't know, right now the current Ring of Honor champion is Chris Jericho. Jericho had a damn good match, a solid opener with Bandito last night. I enjoyed it. I'm sorry, not an opener, I'm stupid. He had a solid main event. My apologies. I'm off. I got anger shit right now. And afterwards, when he cut his promo, he addressed the fans saying that he's not only going to be the biggest Ring of Honor champion of all time, he's going to change and defeat anybody that thinks that they are Ring of Honor. Because it's not Ring of Honor, it's Ring of Jericho, and I am all for that. I'm ready to see dedication being put to Ring of Honor because I'm ready for the Ring of Honor product to come back. Matter of fact, I've actually been doing a few things in the background, and I might cut a video later today addressing how I feel the AEW women's locker room at this moment should be divvied up amongst the Ring of Honor and AEW itself. So I have a few ideas. I would definitely like to do that. That's nice. So Ray is in, and although that whole segment with her and Britt kind of ran on a little bit, I enjoyed it because I want the women to get time for promos, time to set up things in the ring, and time to have matches. And I enjoyed the fact it was a surprise lumberjack match, and that was dope. That was wonderful. Good shit. I am hoping that we can get 2 women's matches on the card per night. Maybe because of how AEW structures their matches, they should probably consider adding an extra hour onto Dynamite, cut Rampage, give that extra time with Rampage and an extra hour to Ring of Honor when the Ring of Honor product comes back, and give women time to shine on that as well as expanding their women's roster. But for now, it was good. They got time for promos in ring. They had time to set some things up outside. We got an idea of the current big name faces and heels for the women's division. That was good. I enjoyed that. That was wonderful. MJF and what he's doing is still the best thing going on. And I'm saying this because, like I said, y'all saw me. I was very angry. I was very angry. So I am talking with a softer, kinder, and more joyful tone because I am joyful when things are good. So, now that that's done, I am going to tell y'all thank you for watching. If you've somehow made it all the way to the end, I really hope y'all do. Hit me up in the comments. I like to talk. Hit the like, share, subscribe, and maybe, just maybe, I can get back on the upswing of things to start putting out more content. Anyway, it's been your boy WxG Doria, hot off the dome, raw, uncut. Telling y'all, have a good one. Peace.